nearly caught it. Oh, what? I've got no camera. Why have I got no camera, chat? What is this? What is this? It was working literally when I went live. How do we have technical issues literally the second the goddamn stream starts? Every time. It's midnight. I do not want to be dealing with this at this time of the night. What is this? Please tell me at least the audio is working. Tell me that the audio is working. Come on. Come on, give me that at least. Give me that. Oh, hang on. We just got something for a second. Sensor cleaning. Sensor cleaning. So the camera is doing something. Come on, what have you done? Is that... Are we there? Are we there? Hey, Right. Shambolic start, as always. But it's good, we're here. Is that at the right angle now? I moved it because it stopped working, whatever. I don't care enough to make sure that the camera's at the right angle. That's just how it is. It's just how it is now. That's just it. It's like that. How are we all doing? Let me get the chat out properly. The thing with that is that I started the stream, right? I started the thing going live with this camera on, and it was working, and it was fine. And then literally, as soon as I pressed the thing to go from the intro to this scene on OBS, the camera died. Like, the timing was incredible. Right. Put the camera at a Dutch angle. I mean, I would have to unscrew things and then screw things back in again to achieve that. That might be a bit much. That might be a bit tricky. That might be a bit of an ask. With a bit more warning, I would totally do it. But really, I need to set the camera up so there's plenty of panning shots, so that like we're just sitting here and then every now and again it just goes like that, and then like that, to really capture the preview experience. I wonder if they're going to do a load of panning shots this time around. I mean, I've got it set up. Put myself at a Dutch angle. What, I just need to sit like this the whole time? But then that just looks like I've got some sort of spinal condition. How are we all doing anyway, chat? How are we all doing? We good, gang? Are we good? I'm absolutely exhausted, Shadow Man. I don't know why I'm doing this one. I'll be honest. I'm so tired. I haven't fully recovered from the last neuralgia flare up, so I'm still a bit all over the place, and I haven't been sleeping well for weeks now. But for some reason, I was like, yeah, let's do this. That's a stupid idea. Also, it's 25 to 1 in the morning, and my kids are going to school in the morning, so I've got to be up at an actual early time, so it makes it even more stupid to do it. But we're here now, so we may as well make the most of it. Speaking of which, got 131 people watching and 21 likes. Come on, that's the free bit. That's the free bit. Like, all you need to do is click one thing. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. I'm not going to lie, I'm half tempted to watch Rob from the Honest Wargamer stream the Warhammer stream, and then we can watch that, but that feels a bit too meta. It feels a bit much. As always, Doreen is available. Doreen's awake. She is there. If I remember right, it's $2. We don't do this anywhere near as often as I want to, but $2 makes her speak. It's totally worth it to keep me awake, because I will fall asleep otherwise. And an excellent way to support the channel at the moment is for memberships and the like. So if you want to do that, you can do that. It'd be very nice if you did. It's like I'll be honest, my heart is not. I'm not into the self-promotion thing right now, which is a problem. Alex, we've covered like the last however many previews we've done live, like we've streamed them. Now, doing reaction content now, you're months behind. Literally months behind. The tank is this. It's whatever that is. The Executioner. Is it the Executioner that's got the plasma on it? It's an Executioner with plasma. And is it the Executioner? I can't remember what the name of the tank is, but it's the one that's got plasma. Got a plasma cannon on top, and technically plasma sponsons, except I didn't want sponsons, so I just gave it 2 plasma cannons on the front of it, because that's more fun. So that's what that is. And there's... I've got 3 more to finish painting, and I've got 1 to fully paint before a battle report soon. In fact, we're on what, the 17th of May? 17th of May. So we're at I've got like 4 weeks. 3 weeks? 3 weeks. Oh yeah, I've got like 3 weeks to paint a Baneblade. That's, yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll manage it. It'll be alright. There's a big old, like you can see up there, the Bane sword there. That is the thing that I've got. Like, I've got to do the whole thing. Yeah, it's 20 to 1 in the morning, Michael, at the moment. I've been struggling to stay up past like 10 o'clock recently, so this is going to be interesting. This is why we need Doreen to keep me awake, to keep me up. Like the kind of the alert box, the spam of like memberships and super chats is the only thing that keeps me going during these, frankly. I mean, technically, this one shouldn't be as bad, because the last one, was it the last one? Was like 3 o'clock in the morning, which was real dumb. But I actually prefer them later on, right? I prefer them later on, because then I can get some sleep before they happen. So the later ones, I actually find easier, because I'll do stuff. I'll go to bed for like at like 10 o'clock or something, or like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'll sleep for like 4 hours before the stream starts. Doing that and then having another like hour or 2 sleep before getting up feels way better than what I've tried to do tonight, which is just stay up. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me anymore. I can't do it anymore. I was ready to go to bed at 8. Yeah. Same. Hard same.
I am exited for tomorrow's reveals. GSC time.
Thank you very much, Rainbow Carnifex. I mean, tomorrow's reveals are probably going to be like the bigger thing, right? They're probably going to be the bigger thing. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this box set. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in there and what like extra stuff there is, because we've seen a bit here and there already. But I really want to see the rest of the Skaven stuff more than anything. I'm not that young, believer. I'm not young. I also think that I haven't looked young for a long time. Currently working on a project of the four horse riding demon princes of the apocalypse. That's awesome. Pestilence Conquest War. I don't know what Tzeentch would be. I don't know what Tzeentch would be. That would be that's kind of tricky. That's tricky. Yes, Salahan. Those are the only guitars I've got. The only guitars. There's 5 of them, so I can play them all at the same time. Technically, I am. Technically, I'm in the process of having a 6th. I'm literally 3D printing a baritone guitar, which is insane. Like, I just can't get over it. I can't get over the magic of that. I'm 3D printing another guitar because I want a baritone guitar. So I've got a neck sorted, the pickups sorted, and I'm 3D printing the body. It's like the body is kind of like a, what are they called, Strandberg inspired body. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, just the fact that you can do. I mean, it's basically magic. 3D printing. It's still basically magic. It's toxic, potentially harmful, or devastating to your health magic. Trench Crusade looks awesome. I mean, I'm biased though. The whole reason my army company exists is because I saw a picture of a tank from the Trench Crusade artworks. Like that's why that army exists. It is based entirely on, there was a drawing of a tank called the Witch Hammer, and I thought it was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. And I had that Baneblade right there. I had it from another project that didn't work out, and I decided to try and recreate, like, make my own version of that artwork in Baneblade form. And I enjoyed it so much, like, it was so much fun, and I liked how it came out and, like, the vibe of it so much that it ended up becoming a whole army. So, I mean, Trench Crusade is A-OK in my book. Plus, another skirmish size game, I believe is what it's going to be. That's suiting me down to the ground. I don't get to play 40k very often at all. And it's just because I rarely have the actual time to do a full game of 40k. But a smaller skirmish game doesn't take as much time, doesn't take as much setup, doesn't take as much prep in terms of how much you need to have, like, painted. Yeah, skirmish is a bit easier for me now, I think. Hello, James. Yeah, I really want to try Turnip 28 as well. I need to print some Turnip 28. I've got another box of Malifaux soon. That should be arriving soon. There's a whole, there's a ton of videos that I've filmed and started editing that are not for this channel, that are for the hobby channel. There's going to be, like, Moonstone and Malifaux involved there as well. So I'm looking forward to launching that. That'll be sometime soon. I haven't actually played Moonstone yet, but I've got some models on the way, which I'm looking forward to. Oh, thank you, Avery. I really enjoy doing Adeptus Ridiculous. It's really fun. It's also, nice. It's nice working with other people as well. Honestly, I think, I don't know if it's just me. It's probably not. When I've spoken to other, like, solo, content creators, influencers, however you want to phrase it, generally speaking, the overall consensus is you end up getting really, really, like, isolated and lonely because you just constantly sat there talking to yourself all day, every day. It gets old. Actually working with other people, it's nice. I can't remember what else I can't remember what other lot I got Cyber Ash, because I got the silence ones, and it was let me see if I can find it. I'm also, like, refreshing the Warhammer Twitch account. There's about 13 minutes till the actual reveal. Now, by the way, I am seeing whether the thing's live or not, and so far it's not. I'll switch over when it goes up. Oh, hello. All right. We might have a quiz here. We might have a quiz situation on our hands. Shall we? I don't want to see the most recent video. What are you doing? No. Right. Look at this. Look what Twitch is doing to me here. Look at this. It's live. It says live. There we go. Right, there we go. Offline? Well, why is it saying live then? Any chance? There we go. Right. God. We got there in the end, didn't we? We'll turn the audio on. Got a bit of music? Yes. We'll get rid of that. Immediately ditch it. Immediately. Shameful. Shocking. Oh, thank you very much, Jason. Welcome in. Yeah, it's just AOS tonight, so this is your advance warning. Why am I mean, I don't know why I'm like turning you off the idea of watching the stream, but this is AOS, right? This is AOS. It's only AOS. So if AOS isn't your jam, you probably don't want this particular one. But then there'll be more other things tomorrow, right? So tomorrow, quarter to 7 UK time, which I'll be streaming that as well. Tomorrow, yeah, it's Saturday, because today's Friday. It doesn't feel like Friday, because it's 10 to 1 in the morning. Yeah, thank you very much for becoming a member, Jason. That is the best way to support channels at the moment. It's absolutely the best way to support the channels, if you can. YouTube ad revenue is so hilariously volatile. It's just it's like middle of the night sitting there wondering whether things are going to be okay. Levels of stress inducing YouTube ad revenue. And the thing is, I've said that a couple of times over the last few months, especially when we've done live streams, but I haven't stopped saying it, mostly because it's still true. It's incredible how it's never stabilised. I really thought it would at some point, but it hasn't. It's just like, we'd love to help. We'd love to help people who make the videos on our platform, but we just can't do it. We just can't do it, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. You know, keep on going. You'll be fine. Oh my God, please. Tomorrow's 40k will show off the hidden codex. I don't know. I mean, if they do a reveal of the hidden codex, that would be the time to do it, I would have thought. Don't know. I really don't know what to expect from that one, actually. I don't know what to expect from that one. It's going to be interesting. Oh, thank you very much, Odding. It is greatly appreciated at the moment. Thank you. I really just want to see the rest of the Skaven stuff. I mean, tonight it's mostly about the Skaven for me. I thought it would be about the Stormcast. I do love the Stormcast. The Stormcast are fantastic. I still think the Thunderstrike armor are like a massive upgrade for them and made them look so much better. But I just want Ratmen. I just want little Ratmen. That's what I want.
Plan make a Nightbringer for Necrons. Plan to use Lady Olander and some bits from advice for first kit basher.
Oh, that's a great idea, James. I've seen a few Lady Olanders, and it's a solid base for that. Thank you very much for the super chat as well. Thank you. So, bits from race. What you can do, something you can do.
E.
Alec man with the E, the traditional E. Thank you very much. Makes me laugh every time. So, something that you can do. Get some green stuff and get some green stuff rollers to make tentacles. Except they're not tentacles, they come out like cables. So you can have Lady Olander and you can have a bunch of cables like coming out from under the I was going to say the skirt, you know what I mean? The big sort of floaty shroud that she's got.
Hyped for hours, but still sad for my beastman. Less than I'll never abandon him though. Even if I have to proxy, also hope things go well for you. You're great.
Thank you very much, Pem. I tell you what you can do with your Beastman, because it sucks that they got just removed from AOS. I still can't believe all of those things happened. So what I've seen a few people do already is running Beastmen as like slaves to darkness. I've seen a couple of people doing that already. Especially obviously if you don't want to rebase them again, having already rebased them once to move them from fantasy to AOS and then to so Cyber Ashley, the second channel is Horror Show Hobbies. There's nothing on there at the moment. There's like 3 videos from when it used to have a different name, that channel, but I didn't like the vibe of what I was going for. Like, I just didn't. It felt too serious, and it felt too like, oh, I'm gonna do something like artsy, but that's not really me. I'm more chaotic than that. So I decided that I was going to ditch that approach and rework it from the ground up, which is what I've been doing. So I've got a few things to, hopefully, I'm really hoping that soon, as soon as I've got this stupid neuralgia stuff fully under control, and I know what's going on with it, I can drop a few things for members and patrons as well, to just kind of show what's going on. The only new Stormcast model that looks bad is new Gryph-hound. I don't mind the new Gryph-hound. It's alright. It's also just a Gryph-hound, so it's like, eh. It's okay. Oh, something else as well, James. For the Lady Hollander Necron kit bash. If you can, if you've got like wraith parts and stuff, if you can incorporate her having too many arms, that'll make a huge difference to the model, because it'll add a lot of like a load of presence to the like upper half of her. You could get away with doing, if you've got like three arms on each side, for instance, you can get away with almost having like a bit of a wing motif, which would work quite well for like what she's standing in for. That's what I would do anyway. Hello, Ace of Card. Hello, Raul. Yeah, the Gryph-hound is shaggy. It is shaggy. Yeah, Jason, I agree. It is. It feels like Games Workshop are having a little fight, like an internal fight over what they're doing. And I don't think that's necessarily good for anyone. Not them, and definitely not us, you know? No, I'm sorry, Cyberash. Yeah, Neuralgia is... It's garbage. It sucks. It's really messed me up, I'm not going to lie. Like, a couple of months ago I did a stream talking about how rough it was the first time it flared up, but for me, mine is there. Like, it's right... It's not started yet, so my Neuralgia is basically around there, and it sends like shooting, stabbing pain through the entire side of my head, around my eye, and down like the side of my face, and it makes just any sort of contact with the skin there, it just has loads of aching pain that happens all along the side and down the back of my head. And it's just super debilitating. It's really, really rough, because you can't get away from it. Painkillers don't touch it, unless I'm taking the medication I've got for it. But I can't take that all the time. I can only take it some of the time, and I have to take it until the symptoms go away, and then start taking it again if they come back. But they come back so quickly that it takes me out for like a couple of days at a time each time, and I just physically can't do anything because I'm in so much pain. And it is affecting pretty much everything, unsurprisingly. It's not the most fun thing. And we're trying to get to the root of it and find out what's going on, and all sorts of tests, and having like blood tests every single time it happens as well. So like every time there's a flare up of it, I have to go and have another blood test. And we have to do a load of scans to try and find out what's going on. And yeah, it's very, very tiring. Very tiring. I kind of thought, having migraines for a good amount of time now, probably a good like 20 years I've been getting migraines, I thought I knew how to deal with pain. But the thing is, migraines are like, for me, they're severe, but they're short. Whereas this is it's worse pain than migraines by far. Like, by far. And it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't go away. It's like sitting there feeling nauseous and like you're about to throw up or have a panic attack with how severe it is all day. All day, all night. It's the worst. But I'm just trying to push through it and carry on. Because what else are you going to do? I mean, there's literally nothing else you can do. So, you just got to carry on. Which is what I'm aiming for. But it's fucking difficult, frankly. It's very much like I'll kind of shove my way through, and then just be like, oh, hello, what's going on here? We've lost the camera again. We've fully lost the camera. Look at that. Has it gone? What's happened to the camera? Oh. The power cable fell out of it. Okay, I can't move. I can't do comedy panning shots with the camera. It doesn't like it. I've just done it again. There we go. All right. Yeah, okay. I can't keep doing that. I can't keep doing comedy panning shots. It's just gonna make the cable fall out, and then I can't. And then the camera turns off because it's got no power. Whoops. Oh yeah, for a while there, believer, it was just like I walked in for another blood test, and it had been like a week, and the nurse was like, "Why are you here? We've only just got the results from the last one." I was like, "Because I got the pain again," and they told me to come back when I get the pain. She was like, "Okay, fine." They're getting to know me real well down the docks, as you know. They're getting to know me real well. I literally, the last time I called, I called the receptionist, recognised my voice, and she just immediately went, okay. Said my name, and then went, emergency appointment, 9:30. I was like, yeah, thanks. And she said, okay, see you in half an hour. And then that was that. It's like, oh, God. Imagine getting a reputation for being there too much. Yeah, it's not great when you ask the doctors for the usual, yeah. I hope yours eases up again, Cyber Ash. If it's coming and going, then hopefully it gets, like, there's a bit of relief at some point. It's, it just sort of sucks, really. Although, the interesting thing is, something they can do is they can chop a bit of your nerve out. That's an option. They can chop a bit out. The doctor's like, yeah, we can... If something's pressing on it, we can always cut it away. And I'm like, you want to... Alright, sure. If it heals badly, at least I'll end up with an interesting scar down the side of my head. Or something. Yeah, who needs nerves? They're just trouble. They just get in the way. Right, they're late. They're late. It is 1 minute past midnight. It's 1 minute past 1 in the morning. And where are we? Nowhere. It can also be like a blood vessel pressing against the nerve. That can cause it too. It can be like the shielding around the nerve gets damaged, so it's just like raw the whole time. Which obviously is really bad. Or you can have like a blood vessel pressing up against the nerve. That can cause it. If it's a blood vessel thing, then they can go in and they can chop the blood vessel out, but then it comes back anyway at some point. So yeah, interesting. It's interesting. Yay! There we go. We're not going to turn the thing on until we're sure the music's gone, because otherwise this will get copyright claimed, because my stuff always does.
Warhammer preview show, The Mortal Realms Reforged. My name's Lewis, and I'll be your host for this extra special show, bringing you all the latest news from the Mortal Realms. I'll be checking in with the wonderful folks at the Warhammer studio to see what they've been conjuring up in this brand new edition of Age of Sigmar. The Mortal Realms will never be the same again.
Counter.
So without further ado, let's get things started.
Yeah, I've got it. Let's get rid of that, because we know what's going to happen there. Okay, we need to... Okay, right now we've got a pan count of 0. We're not counting this as pan count. All right, we're gonna be fair. We're gonna be fair. We're not counting these as pans. These are part of the promotional video. Okay. I mean, it looks solid. It does look good. It does look good, this cinematic. Oh, there we go. Lord Vigilant on Griff Stalker. Not a great name, but okay. Yeah, there we go. Those guys. Still not filling the helmets, but sure. Got the Reclusians. We've seen them. We also have the new Liberators as well. Oh, hello. Ooh. The Lord Veritant looks badass. That's a bear head I don't mind, actually. I'm okay with that bear head. Oh, we got a special... Oh, the Lord Terminos. Oh, the names. the names. As if people weren't already like, haha, Sigmarines. You can't give them basically a Terminator. I mean, they kind of already have with Annihilators and the like, but you know. Griff Restraining Order.
I'm joined by Robin, Phil, and Daz from the Warhammer Studios to chat all things Stormcast Eternals.
Robin,
guys,
Phil,
welcome
and
to the
Daz.
show.
Thanks for having us.
No worries. So let's kick things off. What do we know?
You know what?
About the Stormcast
We don't
Eternals
need
in
the
this new
sound
edition?
because
So we're
we've
seeing
got.
some new folks come out this time round. The
They've done
Ruination Chamber,
subtitles. Did they have
alongside
those
some
last
classics,
time?
The old Warrior Chamber guys, Liberators and Prosecutors.
Did they have the subtitles
So
last
the
time?
Ruination Chamber
I
are
don't
pretty
think that they
special.
did.
have fought and died time and time again.
Did they?
Every time they get reforged, they lose something, and over time they become
I can't remember.
more and more effectively like a weapon, like the mask and the hammer, rather than a human being that they once were.
With the new miniatures from the Ruination Chamber, how have you gone about?
Because
sort
if they
of
didn't,
tonally
that's a
shifting that
very
kind of
positive
from a design
change.
perspective?
I mean, if they're going to do these pre-produced like this, and they're going to have this kind of like this kind of
They've got
production
parchment,
value.
which actually carries their deeds
Oh,
on
we've
them.
got the first. We've got the
heavy
first.
cloaks
Oh,
as well.
what is that? That's
And,
two already.
we've
Oh,
added
there's
new
three.
weapons we've not seen before
We've
as
got
well, so
three
something
right.
new, something
Three
different,
right off the bat.
something heavy and gritty
Right,
that
okay, that's good.
we've not really tapped into
Three
with
in there.
Stormcast too much in the past. So we've got some new characters in there as well.
Yeah, we've got the Lord Terminus.
Three
Lord Terminos,
straight up.
He's very, very striking. You notice him straight away. And
Oh,
we've
that's
added some
a 2 for
Memorials in
1
there as
pan.
well.
That's a
Those
2 for 1
Memorians,
pan.
they're
Okay, we've got 5.
Kind of like a squire is to a knight, but
Yeah.
they're there to connect these Reclusians.
Rainbow
to their
Carnifex. We
history
are
and to their
counting every
thematic.
time the camera
Normally they're the sort of characters you
does
see in the
that
background
across the
artwork,
model.
for example.
Technically,
We
it's a
wanted to
dolly
put
shot,
them
not a pan
in, just
shot,
like
but
to
whatever, I don't
reinforce
care.
The character and
Those
the
were
narrative of the
zooms.
miniatures, but also
Those
scaled
were
the
zooms.
miniatures
We're
really
gonna let
well.
that
So from
slide.
a miniatures point of view, if it was their first time,
We're going to let
you
that
saw,
slide, just like
Stormcast,
they
you
let the
think
camera
that's
slide
size of
past
a
the
man,
model
but
every single
that's
time.
the size of a man, so it really does
Here we go.
put them in context as well and show how great and powerful
I
these
think
new Stormcast
that was
are.
static image. That
Yeah,
was
it was a
static.
fantastic set to work on. The whole team did a great
I
job.
don't know if that's...
designing those miniatures,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to give them
That's great.
1.
So we've got a
I'm going to
different
give them
Stormcast
1
now in
for
the
both
Hollow
of
Knights
those.
as well. So what was the process of bringing those new miniatures
In all
to
seriousness,
life?
We've
the
seen our very
subtitles,
shiny,
excellent. I'm really glad they've done that.
Liberators, Forefront. the
Makes it more
post boys of
accessible.
The
Fantastic.
the Rangers.
There's no reason to not
and now
have them
how
if
do we
they're
get
going to be
these kind
doing this
grittier
kind of
feel to
presentation
it?
each time.
So that's what you'll see in the painting, the
another
texture
pan.
that has been also sculpted.
It's a
has been
slow pan, but
reinforced
it's still a
with that
pan.
paint
That
to-
does look
to
solid.
make them
That
have
Griff
that little bit
Charger,
like, these have been
that Griff
not
Charger with the
locked
lad on
away and
top does look
forgotten
solid.
about.
That's another
It's
pan.
very much they're very much still part of the units.
I
but
mean,
they're
true, it is
saved
still
for those
technically, it is
when
still.
things like the Nor has like really kicked off.
Yeah.
These are the ones that dragged out. So how do we reinforce that? So you'll see that with some of those darker tones and the much more tarnished.
Yeah, I still don't
metals.
like the
There's a
big
lot of
strip down the front of the
exploration into how
Liberators.
do we
But the
represent that
Reclusians look
in the
absolutely
paint.
insane.
Gritty
They look
feel.
great. The Lord
exactly.
Veritant looks
So
absolutely
let's talk a
solid,
little
and
bit
the Lord
about,
Terminus looks
what can players expect
it's
in
so
the
good.
box.
So on the
So
Stormcast
good.
side, we have almost like two small forces that have allied together. Effectively, the
Oh
core
yeah,
faction guys, the
it's,
classic warrior
this is
chamber
the
guys,
thing,
and
right?
then
This is the thing that I
Reclusians
said
and the,
after.
Ruination
Oh yeah,
Chamber
100%
who've come out to
synergy.
join
It's
them, and
it's
together,
all
you know, link their shields
it's
and
all
maybe just
pre-recorded.
maybe hold back that
2 for 1,
ridiculous
solid
amount
2
of
for
Skaven
1.
that's pouring across
So,
the plains.
this
Not
is
only
the
that,
thing,
you also
right?
get a story. Effectively, you get the story
Technically,
of this fight of the war
it's
front
very,
that
very
was
well
across
done.
the
It's
east of the
very,
past.
very well done.
You're learning a bit more about the journey of
shots look
Stormcast. We're
incredible,
not at the
and the
end
staging
yet, but we are
is.
seeing
I mean,
them
it's
in
better
the
than anything I could
sort
do.
of autumn, I
This is the
suppose.
thing. I'm taking the
And
piss.
yeah,
I'm making a
these-
joke out of it. It is
these men and women only
legitimately.
have a few more
It is legitimately
reforgings,
better
and
than
then
what I could do.
That's them. They would lose themselves.
But at the same
completely.
time, it
For me, I think the whole
having
thing
it
just
be
makes the
every
Stormcast
single
way more
shot
appealing.
just about
As a
means
painter
that it's a lot
myself, as an
harder to
hobbyist,
get a
I
proper feel for the
really look forward
miniatures.
to painting
It's
some
all
up,
about like building
with
up
all
the
those new
hype
textures
without
and
actually
things to
showing
play
them
with and
off
everything as
properly.
well, and just the tone of them's changed so much as well. And they're just really exciting, the whole set.
They do look really
I think
good.
that
At
it-
least what
it
we've
gives
got
you
a
much
couple of
more
times
depth
now, we've got like a
to
proper
the
like
Stormcast.
PNG
As I
of
say,
them, or
we're
at least we've
used to
got like a
seeing
more
the
zoomed in
Liberators,
picture without a
they're
with a plain
still
background.
exciting, so
See, this I don't
there's
mind. This I
update
don't
with their
mind.
weaponry.
I could do with
But
them
also
just going on longer as well. The
with
shots, the shots need to go on a bit longer,
memoriams, that
just so that you
extra
can
kind of
properly see
texture
what's happening. You know.
we've not seen this before. So it's just a much more
Oh,
deeper
I've just noticed
view of, like, the
YouTube has
life of,
decided to
of a
change the
Stormcast.
chat revenue from pounds to
Well,
dollars.
Phil, Daz, thank you ever so much for popping in to chat to us.
Is that because the
about
last
Stormcast
wait?
Eternals.
Is that
We
because
really
the
appreciate
last
it.
super
Don't
chat
go
was
anywhere,
in
guys. We've got
dollars?
lots more coming up
Is that
right
how
after
that
this.
works? Does it go off the last one? Right, we're gonna mute that. Someone super chat a rare currency or quid again. I want to see if it changes. Okay, we've got rats. We've got rats. This is the bit that we all care about. New clan rats, obviously. Yeah, look at them go. I don't count the shots in the trailers. Those are fine. Those are fine. Yeah, will it give me sec? Will it give me that? I don't know. I don't know why it's changed. I do love them. They look so good. Yeah, I mean the Jezzails, we've already covered those. Those look fantastic. Again, engineer looks good. I love this mad gun. The rattling warp blaster. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's great. Look at that.
£2 for you experiment.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, thank you very much, Rainbow Carnifex. Thank you for assisting with the experiment. And it didn't change it. Didn't change it back. So YouTube apparently just wants me to look at dollar signs now. I don't know why. Okay, we'll unmute them again.
Follicles, Skaven are here to gnaw away at the mortal realms. I'm joined by Sergey.
They do look
Phil,
good. The
and
rats
Matt
look
from
so
the studio
good.
to chat
They
about
look
all
so
things
good.
Ratman.
I really
Guys,
thought I was going
welcome
to be
the
more
show.
excited
So,
about
let's jump
the
straight in.
Stormcast at
What
first.
do we
But
know about the Skaven in this new edition? And
yeah,
what
it's
makes
same
them so
synergy,
much more
same hard
horrifying
same.
than
I like
ever
it. The
before?
Skaven
So we're
just
seeing them in their
look
billions,
great.
literally billions of Skaven are coming out of this thing, and they're all hissing and boiling and pouring over the lands. What we're seeing in this box set is like,
This
imagine
is
the
the other
camera
thing as well,
zooming
right?
into one
Is Skaven
part
just
of
not
that
going to be
huge
in Old
nation
World since they're
spanning
getting a
battle
big
line?
release
So we're
for
trying to emphasize
AOS?
not only the
Really,
Skaven
like,
have
are they
still
going to
got
get a
loads of
proper
fun character to them.
codex,
They're
you know
still
what I mean?
treacherous, cowardice
Book?
little guys that would
Book,
just stab
let's
you in
just
the
say
back
book.
and just look at you.
Yeah.
But they also are quite horrifying. At
Sucks
this
that I
point.
dislike
They're on
both
the best day.
Skaven and
And
Stormcast.
there are just
Wow, this
so
is not the
many
stream
of
for you, is
them.
it, Korgoth?
So from a
Jesus.
painting and sort of
Old
sculpting
Skaven will
design
probably be an Old
perspective,
World.
how have you kind of married those two things together?
What we're trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
accomplish
Listed as
basically
Legends.
is to introduce new elements that make them look more red, more disgusting,
You know
more
what,
vicious,
Barakai? If they
but at the same
did,
time being faithful
if
to
they
the
did those
legacy
like
of the
Indian
rings,
soap
all the
opera style
key elements
transitions, I'd be
that makes them
100%
look
in.
unique and
I'd be
special,
fine with
what
it.
we call the visual language, all those little thingies. But you know, with a new touch, by
they do
using
look
the
good.
new
The
techniques, the
clan
new
rats look
technologies
great.
that we have on our reach right now.
Yeah, that's great. So in terms of painting as well, that must open up some real opportunities.
Definitely. One thing that we did
Yeah,
really early on
I'm
with
really,
coming
really
back to Skaven
enjoying
again
the
after
fact
so many
that
years
they've got
was
subtitles this
to
round
really
round.
kind of
Like it makes so much sense to have them.
dank environments, they're not living their best life.
See,
they're
for
not getting all
that,
their
the
nutrients,
rat
you
didn't
know.
need to be moving
They
up. It
probably
didn't
wouldn't
add
look
anything.
that
You didn't
healthy
need to
and
move
that
the rat.
happy, and
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to really convey
You
that.
didn't need
and
to
pick
move
up
the
where
rat. The rat was
sculpting left
fine. You
off
could have just
and
left
dial
the
it up
rat.
to 11
You didn't need
painting,
to be
essentially,
floating
and
up
that's
the top. It looked
across
really
the
weird.
entire thing, just really digging into like
Yeah,
what
no, I hate to
makes
say it. I
them
think I
look
might. I think
really
I might.
sinister, and like how can we bring
might
that
be-
believability
I might be-
to
I
what
might
like
be a bit,
the
like,
core essence of a
Skaven-
Skaven really is.
Yeah,
I
and
might
we've
have
got, you
been
know, as you were saying,
infested
like
with
the
Skaven
range is
here.
absolutely huge in terms of those new Skaven and some of the classic kits as well.
I might be
So talk us
infested by
through,
Skaven.
some of
I
your
wasn't
like,
really
personal
planning on it
favourites.
The
happening.
grace here, I think.
The thing
like,
is,
that's,
my problem with
big
building
one
any
for
sort of
me.
army
And
is
I
that
think
I always
because
want
of
it to
the
be
legacy of
mad.
that
Oh,
archetype.
look at
you know,
that.
like
That
there-
is a
there have been
great
grace
model. All the
years
horns
pretty
look
much as long as they've
fantastic.
been Skaven, and there have been
the pan
different
count there.
representations of that throughout the years, and to see that follow through into this
Yeah, Autumn.
new,
It was
modern,
very. I
in my
must go.
opinion,
My planet
ultimate
needs me.
version of a grace
Another one.
year is super exciting, and to be able to work on
Yeah, we've
that
got to
is-
keep it up to
is a
date. All
dream
right,
come
I
true,
didn't make the
really.
rules.
I really loved
didn't make the
painting
rules.
Jezzails when I was young, and the idea of the Skaven sharpshooter, because they're cowards really, and they want to be able to make a difference, but preferably from way at the back. Yeah, exactly. You know, they're just
that's a really good
lovely
idea,
little duos,
Tushan. I
and
might
the guns
try
are
that.
different this time as well.
Oh
and a bit
yeah,
more
oh, yeah.
technologically
No,
advanced in
that's a
places.
two. That's a two
How about
for
yourself?
surely.
Well, my personal favorites basically are two: are the clan rats and the rat ogres.
Yes.
I love the clan rats because they are the embodiment of everything that Skaven society
we've
is.
got
They
another-
are
we've got
wretched,
another one.
They are ugly.
Oh.
They are disgusting. but at
Oh,
the same
and
time, they are fierce.
we're up to.
When we were
I mean, we're up
considering
to
the
at
design
least 20.
studio
I've been being
how
very
to make
generous
the
with some of
clan
these.
we
in
were
that I
considering
haven't been
all those
adding ones
elements
that I
of
think should
visual
probably be
language that I
added.
mentioned before, but at the same time, we're trying to consider the customer experience. Every
That's a
single
great
Skaven
model.
clan
That
rat
was
is made of
fantastic.
only 2 pieces, 2 parts, and because all the textures are very graphic and very simple, even though the model can look very busy, it's actually a pretty simple experience to paint. So with a very
Like, look how
limited palette
gnarly
of
they look.
colors and with
They
even
just
the
look
fewest of the skills of
so,
painting,
like-
you can achieve a great result with
like
them.
fetid,
And about
like just
the rat
gross
ogres,
and.
I love them because as
Oh,
a
the rat
Skaven
ogres
collector
looks.
myself,
That
I
is
was
such a good
waiting
model.
for a new
The
kit
big metal
for
claw on one
ages, and
hand,
finally
hell
we've got those
yes.
beautiful models that also come with.
I want an
several
army of
options. You
Skaven
can
that
build
is
them in different ways.
mostly
This time
rat
alone,
ogres.
when
Oh my
designing the
god!
rat
Wait,
ogre,
that
they
was
are a mixture
that's
of gorillas and rats.
that's
They are
another
a perfect
7.
mix
No, another 4
between
there. Bring it up to
bipeds
27.
and quadrupeds.
Yeah,
So when
3.
you look at the anatomy, don't
3.
expect
Was
big
that 3
pectoral
rat
muscles.
ogres?
They are
Yes.
just weird
Please.
and strange.
That's
I
great,
want
sort of like the
a
hulking
bunch of big
beasts you've
guns
kind
and
of
I want a
created,
bunch
these
of
sort
rat
like-
ogres.
And they are a bit more dynamic.
That's what.
They
Yeah,
can-
look
they
at
are
that.
like running,
Look
advancing in a
at
menacing
that.
way.
Those are
So they are more
fantastic.
aggressive and yeah.
And it's great that you talked about sort of like the user or painter experience in terms of keeping that stuff quite simple. in
Level
its
1 version of
textures.
Storm
But
Vermin. I mean,
one thing that I really want to know is
yeah,
how you
Storm
married that
Fiends.
together in
I
terms
don't know
of
that you're
the
necessarily
Skaven, so
wrong, but I'm
many
also
clans
like
sort of
okay with
coming
it.
together, working
I'm
together,
also
not working
okay with
together,
it.
stabbing each other in the back.
Oh,
How would you marry that from
228.
like a
Oh my
paint
God.
perspective, perhaps?
Okay,
Yeah, I
28.
think having an army that is so chaotic and
That
broken
looks
up
like
in
a
way
really
where
approachable
these different
force as
clans
well.
are
That's not. That
represented,
isn't too.
it
That's not
makes
too
it unique and
intimidating.
it gives it a different kind of flavor to a lot of the
That
other
isn't
factions
too
in
intimidating.
Sigmar. It
That's
says something
actually
about
pretty
them on a
sensible.
personal level.
That's pretty sensible.
And then you can kind of use these cues like the warp stone that's speckled
going.
across all of the models,
Still
or like
going.
just the fur
Oh,
textures
230.
and the skin
Hang on, no,
to
31.
help tie the army together, and then specific
32.
pieces of rags and
It's
cloths
still
and like the right icons in the right
33.
places can tell that secondary like underlying story of like, oh, these are actually from this part and these guys
Oh,
are from over
God.
here and they're kind of working together right now, but they're not just
It
one big
might
happy
be.
family.
It might be the like
It's just this
unintentionally
beautiful,
funniest thing they've ever done.
anarchic horde of nastiness.
I just
pouring
love it.
towards
I
you.
don't-
And I think it's going to be so
hey,
much fun
there
to
we
play on
go.
the battlefield
We've
to tell
got another
stories
one.
with.
I'm
and
gonna
just to
count.
paint
I
the
still don't
guys
know
put
whether
so
to
much
count the
thought into
image
it.
as a
It's
pan.
An absolute tour de force of a box set.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, about that, I remember.
Are we going to
now
have to count them
that
up
there
at the
was
end?
some
See how
quality
many
very,
models
very
there are,
unique on the,
how
on
many
the original
pans there
Skaven
were, and
set.
then decide
When you
which
put
one
them
is
all
higher.
together, they are different sizes.
So
because one
80 is
more
a
crossed, the
pan
other
is
one
when the
more standing,
camera like
and that
moves from
created
side to side to
that
show the
feeling
model,
of
or like a
horde
bunch
that
of models.
works like rats normally do in
undulating.
real life.
Ooh.
They work. And we
Technically
try to
not a pan.
imply that in
Technically
new
not a
models,
pan.
So every single clan rat
It's not.
is a
It's not
different
like a
size,
zoom. It's like a
not
reverse
because they are
zoom.
badly
I
made,
think
but
we're just
because
gonna we're
we
gonna
are
put
trying
it
to,
under the
recreate that
overall general
effect of they
category
moving
of pan.
like a swarm of big human rats.
Yeah, it's that level
Because
of
technically
detail
isn't-
that
oh
makes
yeah,
them
it's
so sort of,
just
like,
zoom out,
kinetic
isn't
and
it?
dynamic
Zoom
as well,
out.
which is really lovely.
Snap
yeah.
zoom,
Well, guys,
zoom-
thank you ever so much for popping in to chat to us about all things Skaven. I'm super excited for them to.
Because I think technically a pan is when the
very,
camera
very
is
soon.
in the same
go
position
anywhere,
but
guys. We've got
turns.
lots more
But then if
announcements
it's going from
coming
side
right
to
after
side, it's
this.
actually a dolly or a dolly pan or a dolly shot. Whereas like the other, then you've got like a zoom, and then you've got like a pan out. Pan out. That's it. Pan out. Snap zoom is when you focus on one part and zoom. Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning as we go here. I'm learning as we go. It's getting so granular. It's getting so granular. It's just like technically, this is this type of pan. Actually, that could have been a hanging dolly pan. Like, it's just so granular at this point. It's just become nonsense. I'm gonna count that entire. That's a pan. That, I mean, admittedly, quite a lot of that is also pan. But you know, oh god. I'm getting so in the weeds about camera terms for what is effectively a really stupid joke. It's just a dumb meme, and we've started to get really in the weeds over it. Getting lost in the grapes. Fish with no name. That's how you show books off. You You pan across the book.
Phil, Matt, and
Do you know
Ben
nothing
from the Warhammer
about-
Studios to peruse through the
I don't
pages
know.
that
I
make
don't
up
know.
the Mortal Realms.
I can't even think of a way
we
to
chatted a
finish
little
that
bit about this
sentence.
before. You guys have decided to go with a
It's
little
on
bit
a
more of a
£36
mortal
count.
eye
They
view
forced
this
our
brand new core
hand.
book for the
Yeah,
new
I mean, they
edition.
did.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got this very God's eye view.
I used to work
Age
in
of
TV
Sigmar
and the
1
film
and
industry.
2.
You never
Really great
know
stuff,
what's a
mythic
dummy, what's a
foundation
pan,
for
or
Age of
zoom
Sigmar,
with
but
setups like this.
lately
I mean, that's to be
Dawnbringers
fair.
and with the
I think at this
core
point
book
we're
we have
just
here
using it
in
as a
Skaven
generic
Tide, we're
term
seeing
for going
boots on the ground, we're
side
seeing
to side,
people, actual
up
people
and
like
down,
soldiers,
zoom
tavern
in,
keeps,
zoom
the
out.
artillerists, the wizards. What are they up
Like
to?
if they
and how do
decide to
they
go
see
for a
the
Dutch
mortal
angle,
realms?
I'm still
And
going to
that's
call that a
fascinating,
pan.
actually. That's given us loads
You know?
of variety and texture to our
I'm
stories.
still going to call it a
You
pan.
get that sort of like
The
Lord
camera's
Tapas,
static
aren't
with the
you?
model
Yeah,
rotating.
yeah.
That's not a pan.
Little
That's
bits
okay.
here
We're
and
not
there,
touching
opinions
that.
and that kind
But
of
if it's
thing.
going like
It's really, really
that,
lovely. So
if it's going
let's
like
chat rules then.
that,
So this is a
if
really
it's
big
going
shift
like
in the rules. It's
that
sort of
or
a-
like
some
that,
kind of ground
it all
rewrite
comes
of the
under
rules,
pan.
as it were. And talk to me about some of your kind of focus
It all
points with
comes
those
under
kind of
pan.
changes for the new
Yeah,
edition.
so with the rules,
I
this
think
go
I was
around,
reading the chat, and I think I might have
we
missed
really
another
had
pan. Did I miss
three
one?
main goals. The first was to make sure that the game was
All I know is that
easy to learn,
my first
still
real
very
experience of
difficult
Dutch
to master,
angles
kind of
was
the hallmark of
watching
a lot of big
Battlefield
games.
Earth, whatever the hell
You have
that
less
really
systems to learn,
incredibly
but
bad
kind of
film
more
was,
skill to
because it
master.
felt like every
The
shot
second
was
big
like
focus for
this.
us, was
Everyone
on
was just
kind of
standing
building
there
on that
at
interactivity,
insane
making
angles.
sure that both players are active and
And I just didn't
engaged in
understand
every
what was happening.
turn
And then,
and
like,
phase of the game.
years
And
later,
then
I
the
saw a
final
video about it.
goal
Oh,
was,
look
you know,
at
really
that. We've got another
focusing on
2-for-1
making every battle
special.
as exciting as it can be, and having these kind of closely fought battles.
I can't
There's a lot
remember
of,
anything about that film
interesting
other than
counterplay, interesting
watching
shifts
it. I
within
was
the
like,
game,
why?
and mechanics like the
Who's
underdog
putting the
mechanic that kind
camera
of
where
help,
they're? Like,
bring those
why?
games closer together and result in those really exciting finishes that we all remember for years to come.
Yeah, amazing. So we've also got the Firing Jade book as well as the core book with this new edition. What is that? Tell us a bit about
See,
that.
the staging.
Jade book is
I
all the
don't
rules you
care
need to
if
play
people
Spearhead
think
for
it's
every
like
faction.
cheesy.
it's really
I
fun
don't
just
care.
reading through that
The
book. It's a
staging is
beautiful book,
fantastic. The
and
book with
kind
the
of
smoke
discovering
behind it, hell
and
yes.
getting inspired
Give
by
me
different
that.
factions, saying, "Oh, they sound pretty cool. Maybe I'd like to."
And again,
maybe
it's
I'd
better
like
than
to
what
play
I
that.
could
You've got
do.
to watch out. Going
But
through
it's,
Fire and Jade,
it's
you will
still
see something
egregious.
new that you're like, whoa, that would be really. I like it.
Dutch
I'm
oven is
trying
when
to do
you
all the
pan,
destruction
zoom,
ones
and
as
dolly
well,
at the
so,
same
yeah,
time
yeah,
at a
I focus
30-degree
down.
angle.
Yeah. It's hard to just do one, you know.
Yes.
And I
of
think we
course,
should
yeah.
make that
So
a thing
talk to me a
now.
little bit about some of your personal highlights in this new edition.
For me, it's the
Does
section
the
we have
book
in the
come
Mortal
with the
Realms themselves.
smoke?
So we're like, okay, so how would we learn
Oh,
information?
dear.
Well, we'd probably be there talking
Feels
about
like I'm
over a
losing my
meal or at
mind
the
again
pub.
now.
So we've
Really
written
feels like I'm
from
losing
the
my mind.
perspective of Callus and Toll talking about how the realms work.
Is
We've then
that
got necromancers
technically a-
explaining how
I
the
mean,
realm of death
we've got a
works,
rare
and actually
Nagash
the
pan
secrets quite
there.
like Nagash, but don't tell the witch hunters. So you're getting the
It's hot off
almost
the
like
press.
hearing from
It's
the
still
mortals
smoking,
themselves.
that's what it
Bits
is.
of art and the artifacts and
This is it, you know.
it
Is
kinda
that
takes you
all
on
I
a
need
journey
to pull
through.
these
It's
shots
almost like
off? I
looking at
just
a
need to
travel book
start
or something,
vaping.
right?
Is
Where
that all
Yeah,
it
the
is?
lived
takes you
experience.
throughout and you get these ideas, really immerses you in the
That is
realm.
also,
Yeah, we're really
yeah,
happy
that is
with
the
it. It's got a beautiful
fastest they've
gatefold,
blasted
fold-out
through
map. You get to see the
models
cosmos
ever,
if you want
I
to really
think.
zoom out and see how.
Yeah.
Really, the
metaphysics
meat
Age
of it,
Sigmar
like
works.
the
So we
meat
tried
of
to
the
cover it
models
all
was
from the top to the
done.
bottom.
That's lovely.
One of the really exciting is you
what,
also
20
have
minutes in?
The GHB. So for the
15
first
minutes
time we're
in?
including
Yes.
Oh,
all
look
of
at
the
that. Look at that
contents
zoom
of
in.
the
Oh.
GHB in card
Oh,
form.
we've got
So
another.
really fun stuff.
It will
and,
count
you
them.
can
It's
just
still,
jump
it's just
right in and
varying
start playing.
degrees of pan.
Well, guys, thank you ever so
It
much.
would be
for
nice to
coming
look
in
at the
chat to
models,
us
wouldn't
about
it?
the core book and lots of the stuff that the new edition offers us as well. I'm sure everyone cannot wait to get their hands
I
on it.
really
very,
want
very soon.
someone. Can someone make
A
Doreen
whole host of fresh releases and some wonderful miniatures
say
to
something
gaze
about
upon
pans?
too.
I just want to hear
Don't
Doreen
forget,
talk about
you can let
pans.
us know which releases you're most excited for by
Is
hitting
it-
us up on
is
any
it-
of our socials.
is it
And you
over?
can remind yourself of everything you've seen after the show over on the Warhammer community
Is this-
website.
wait.
But that's not all, because we've got lots more coming up right now. in
Oh,
fact.
okay.
I
All right.
caught up with the Warhammer
Okay.
studio about Age of Sigmar's brand new way to play and lots more.
Oh, well,
Spearhead is a brand new way to play Warhammer Age of Sigmar. It's
okay, so
fast-paced,
we're
well
talking about
balanced,
Spearhead.
and easy
I mean,
to get
we already
started,
knew about Spearhead, right?
making it ideal for all players.
Spearhead's the new.
Join
it's
us
the
as we take
like
a
combat
look
patrol
at this exciting
thing, innit?
game mode.
Where it's a smaller way to do it. You buy the box, you buy the Spearhead box, you paint it. Someone else buys another Spearhead box, they paint it, and then you can just play against each other with those boxes, right? That's the whole. It's the same approach as the other thing, where it's all balanced and it's all gonna definitely be totally balanced. They're really getting the money's worth out of this cinematic, I'll say that. And this shot. How many times have we seen this shot? I mean, is that like the 5th or 6th time we've seen this Oh my god! All right, I'm adding a line of text. That one shot of all the models facing off. We've seen that like 8 times. Right, there we go. Okay, so Sylvanas, the City of Sigmar. I mean, the City of Sigmar box is solid.
Choose one with a small model count to get going quickly. Unleash an entire horde, or pick an army
Is the
with
board
a
and terrain
stunning
including the set? I'm
centerpiece
going to go ahead
miniature.
and say no.
Spearhead battles are fought on realm battlefields, and each
Oh,
side of
maybe-
the board represents
Maybe
a different
okay,
realm.
maybe they'll come with a
Gairan,
board,
the
or
realm
maybe you
of
have to
life,
buy the board
and
separately.
Akshi, the realm
I
of
don't know.
fire.
Does the box come with a hanging dolly
Every
off?
Spearhead army has a set of regiment abilities and enhancements that you
I mean, if
select
this works,
before
I mean, the
each
thing is that
battle.
you already tried this for
This
40k, and I
means
don't think
you
it
can
was
easily tweak your army every
okay.
time you
Oh my
play,
God.
making each
Jesus,
game
I
different.
can't talk
Try
and
out
keep an
new
eye out for
things,
pans at the
or
same
look for
time.
different
I
ways
just don't
to
have the
beat your
capacity for that.
opponents.
No, what were we on?
Spearhead
We're on
games
54
are quick
now,
to
right?
get going and always closely fought. But
Okay,
you'll
there we
still
go.
need to
So is
think
that the
tactically
the
to
full
outmaneuver
box?
your
Because we've seen the
opponent,
armies.
defeat their
Oh my
army,
God,
and
it's still
come
got.
out on
It's
top.
still. There's like another
As
4
the hour
right
of
there.
ruin dawns, muster your spearhead. But will
Triple
you fight
digit
to save the mortal realms?
It could happen.
Or to damn them to
You
destruction?
know what? I hate to say it. I really like that cinematic. I would love to stop seeing 3
Age of
second
Sigmar's
clips of
new
it now.
edition is on the horizon, and with it comes a
I
new way to
really
play.
would
I'm
like
joined
to
by
see
Jimbo, Matt, and
not
Ben from the studio to
3
talk all
second
things
clips of that.
Spearhead. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
This
Yeah,
is
no
the
worries,
thing,
absolute pleasure to
right?
have you. So,
Avatar.
let's dive straight
I've
in.
been
What can new
I've
and
been
existing
ignoring
players
the
expect to
pans
experience
in
with
the
this new way to
trailers.
play Age of
I've been
Sigmar?
ignoring
So
the
they can
pans in the
expect
trailers.
a small format game, play it on a coffee table. You play it in an
I've
hour,
not
so it's
I've
super
not
quick to play,
counted those.
once you've learned the
Bloody hell!
rules, and there's
I've not
so much
counted those,
replayability in it
and
as well, with
I'm
the
not
board
sure
being
whether I
double-sided,
should have done
the
or
twist
not.
decks and things like that.
Spearhead really leverages the new modular structure
No,
of the
we're up to
rules.
60 already.
So
That's
Spearhead
impressive.
only uses the core rules. So it
Most
doesn't
of
use
your
any of the
Spearhead
advanced
is
rules
Scottish.
modules. And that means that it's
Scottish
really, really easy to
foreplay.
learn.
That was another one as
You
well.
just have to read, a few pages of core rules covering the basics of moving and fighting using abilities. And then, you read the Spearhead battle pack and you're right.
There it is again.
And the cool thing is that
There it is again.
when you get into
That
play,
one shot
you
of
actually
all the models
kind of
facing
learn
off.
and discover a lot of the
We're getting it.
advanced rules. So
We're
you
getting
get
it so
kind
many
of
times.
An introduction.
There we go. Got
to
that
a
one
lot
again.
of these
Oh no,
advanced
another
rules
one.
modules, and
Add
it's a
that
really
together. There we
smooth
go.
Transition going into the larger scale game.
I
really
don't
help with
drink
that,
anymore,
we've got
Barakai, but
war
if someone
scrolls
else wants to take
specifically
a shot every
for
time someone
Spearhead,
says Spearhead, they are
and
welcome
within that,
to.
we keep the stat line and the weapon profiles the same.
Just
between
as
that
if someone
and when
wants
you
to
play
take a shot
larger
every time they do a panning
so,
shot, you will
so there's a really
die.
nice correlation of step by
You
step.
will
way of
actually be
playing.
dead.
So
You will be
Players
dead.
will get to know these things really easily. And then to keep Spearhead a little bit more smaller and easier to read, some of the abilities have been tuned just for Spearhead.
It's slow, but it's still
And I
it still
like some new
counts.
ways to play, create some really
We are-
exciting new challenges for the
We
studio.
are
So
we are
talk to us a little
closing.
bit about some of the
We're
mechanics that
closing
you've
in
utilised to
on
create some
more
real close
sideways
combat on the
pan
battlefield.
shots.
So first of
than
all,
there
we've
are
managed
models in the
to
box.
create a
We're
system
actually getting there,
which is
aren't we?
called the twist system.
Oh,
So at
boy.
the start of each battle round, players will draw a card from the twist deck, and that have a really cool effect.
I'm
applied to the battlefield,
getting
just for that
delirious
battle
from
round.
being,
And this
like,
combines with
tired.
another mechanic we use called the underdog.
A terrible
The
drinking
underdog
game
is
on
the
a
player
school
that
night.
has the
It'll be a
fewest,
terrible drinking
victory
game
points in that battle round.
on
So
any
that can
night.
change during
Hey,
the battle,
oh!
depending on who's winning and who's not at that point.
We've got
And with
twist, new
the
model. We've got like a
underdog will
new
typically get
layout
an
for the
enhanced
shots.
effect, that both players have, or they'll be able to actually apply
Oh
the
no,
effects
back
of
to
the
the
twist. So
back
they
to the
can choose
classics.
where it goes, so they
Oh,
can tactically
nice.
decide how to make it a bit better for them, get them back into the game, maybe put them ahead of their opponent. But then next turn,
More fun if
their
someone's
opponent will be the
wiggling
underdog,
the-
and they get to do the same thing back to them.
Nice,
Look, at this
very
point,
nice.
Tom
Yeah, and the
Struck,
cool
we're
thing is the
just
twists are
treating them
themed,
all as the same thing.
To each side of the
We're just
board.
treating
So
them all
it's
as
a
the same
double-sided
thing.
board that you
It's
get
sort
to
of
set.
lost its meaning
One
when we
side's
got to
themed
about
around
30
Gairan,
within the
other around
first 10
Akshi,
minutes.
and
Oh, that's
each
a
side
bit
of the
much.
board has a correlating twist deck. So all of the twists are also kind of narratively very themed to the board, where maybe you'll have more healing or ensnaring vines in Gairan, where in Akshi objectives.
Gairan was Gairan the realm of beasts, or was that?
Burn everyone
No,
off.
it's Gairan Life.
So it's really fun things.
was the
but
beast
really helps
one?
to pull those games closer together.
Because
and
I
ensure
really
those
thought
kind
we
of,
would see
fun and
Beastmen in
exciting
the Beast one,
finishes.
then we just didn't.
And actually, the twist decks are
Grr.
just 2 of the decks of
Grr's
cards
a beast
that
one,
you
innit?
get.
Okay.
The other 2 are each player will have a deck of tactics cards. So these tactics decks introduce
it
two
still
concepts
counts.
that will be familiar to veteran
Oh,
players of Age of Sigmar, which is battle
look at that
tactics
sweet
and
shot of that
command
card.
abilities.
Oh, we're back to these
But
again.
it does so in a really, really easy to use system. So
it was a
you're gonna
cheeky
have-
one.
each player's
It was
gonna
a
have
cheeky
3
one at the
cards
end
a
there.
time.
They squeezed it in, but
And
it was
at the
there.
top half of each card, there's a tactic you can score. Each one is worth 1 point in your turn. You can score all 3 in your turn. So you have these kind of 3 secondary objectives.
So
you're
I'm
gonna be
thinking,
trying
gang,
to
I'm
look at
thinking
the
what we do.
battlefield, figuring out
Because
how you
I-
can score. And at the bottom half of each
I'm
card,
fully losing my mind.
there's
I
a
am
really powerful
absolutely
command
exhausted.
you can use to
What
get
we'll
that
do
interactivity
is
and counterplay in your
when
opponent's
when
turn.
this is finished,
The
we'll
trick
stop.
is that
Tomorrow,
if you play that
I'll do a
card to
rundown
use
of the actual
command,
models where
you
we can
can't
see
score
them
the tactic
properly.
on top. So there's a
Because
really fun
I'm so
trade-off with each
loopy
player
from this
of,
now.
Do I want to use the command?
It's
Do I wanna use
1:30 in the
tactic? And
morning.
Maybe if there's a tactic that's difficult to
We've just been
achieve,
counting
the
how
command
many
will then
times they
be
move the camera around
and so
for the
it's
last
a really
half an
fun
hour,
play, and because
it's put
those
me in
change each
such a
time you play
weird
the
mood,
game,
and
the
I
ones that
don't,
you'll have
I
at
don't
different time,
think,
it makes
I don't
each game
think I'm
feel
going to
really
be
unique
properly
and really
able to
special.
focus on
Very nice. Well, guys,
on
thank
the
you ever so
actual
much for popping in
models
and chatting to
if we
us
try
about
and go through
Spearhead.
them when
I,
this
for
is
one,
done.
cannot
I'm
wait
just
to
going to
play it again.
be.
I've only played one game.
I
but
feel like I'm off
yeah,
my face.
100% win.
I haven't had a drink for.
Don't go anywhere, as we'll be
mean,
back
what
with
we in,
some
May?
Warhammer Age of Sigmar content right after this.
So getting on for 5 months, and I feel drunk. I don't know how else to put it. There we go. We got another one in. Again, it's part of the trailer. Part of the trailer. We'll let them off. So 24 Stormcast Eternals miniatures, 50 Skaven. We've beat it. We've beat it. There are 74 models. There are 74 models in the box. What's the pan count? What's the pan count on? 75. And it's still going. That's another 3. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man.
Edition is
we did
on
it.
the way, and
We
what
did
a
it, everybody.
series of
Congratulations.
reveals and
We did it.
announcements we've had as part of this preview show. Now I'm back with Jimbo, Matt, and Ben from the studio. Before we wrap
Apparently,
up, to give you a
I
little
don't
overview of what
need
we've seen.
alcohol
So,
anymore
guys,
to feel
what
drunk.
is
I
part
just
of
need
the
to
Skaven
watch
Tide box set?
So this box is
Warhammer
absolutely
reveal
jammed.
stream
So first but
at
not least, you
1:30
get
in the morning.
the brand new
and
core
count how
box,
many
a
times they use the
274
same
page
shot,
book full
and
of
that'll
background,
do it. That's all I
history,
need.
showcase, all
There's
the
no need
rules,
to have a
past
drink
glory.
again. I'm not
And
planning
for the
to
first time
anyway.
ever,
I'm
you
planning
also
to
get the
keep it
General's
going,
Handbook
but
included in the launch set.
still.
Card format, so it's got your battle tactics, your battle plans, your season rules, everything you need to play the GHB.
Okay.
And then, of course, in addition to those books,
See you
get
later, Sataka
an
the
absolute
First. Thank you
ton
for dropping
of
in.
Miniatures. So you're going to get nearly 75.
Oh, here we go.
different
I've got
Citadel
another one.
miniatures in the box.
Yeah.
2 different armies, the Skaven and the Stormcast Eternals. So on the Skaven side,
I
you've got
need
40
I
clan
need
rats.
the ogres. I need the
You've
rat
got,
ogres.
Beautiful new grey
I need a lot of them. We've seen that exact shot
One of
already.
my favorite models in the box. Warpwalk Engineer
And that one.
leading 3
Still gonna count it,
Giselles,
though.
or kind of long-range sniper support. You've got 3 brand new rat
No, I'm
ogres.
going to count that.
You've got a rattling warp
We've got to keep them up. I really want us to hit 10 of that one shot of all the models facing off. I really want that. That's what I want out of this.
Beast, who's kind of the
Might be that there's more. I mean, that looks so good. The Claw
Skaven
Lord
set.
does look solid.
And then on the
I'm taking the
Stormcast
piss,
Eternal
but
side,
genuinely, the models
you've got
overall, I really
your,
like it.
Lord, Vigilant.
For me, the
riding a
weakest,
Grimstalker
the
leading
weakest
force,
things in
supporting
this
10
box are on the
Liberators,
Stormcast
3
side.
prosecutors, 3 of
It's the prosecutors and the
Reclusians, who are
liberators. Those are the
accompanied by these 2
weakest
Memorians
links of
to
this
remind
box.
them of their humanity.
Those are the
You've got
weakest
a
links of
Lord
the box.
Terminos, also
The Lord
accompanied by
Terminus is
Memorian.
fantastic.
You've got a Lord
The Lord
Veritant,
Veritant is
with a
fantastic.
Griffcrow, and then you've got your Knight Quester.
The Knight
including
Quest
that
is really
set.
good as well,
lots
actually.
of
I do like
spectacular
that.
Heroes, lots of spectacular models. 2 really, really exciting forces.
Yeah, a load. And how about some Spearhead stuff as well?
There's something about the Liberators that just is a bit. There's just something missing. There's just something missing from them. They look a bit too plain for me.
Board, so one side is guy round, one
They're
side is
fine,
actually
but they're just not
4
as nice
pieces
as
of
the old
terrain,
ones.
specifically for Spearhead, which is amazing. And then you
The
get
prosecutors.
the cards you need. So one
There's
deck
just
each
something
player,
about
which has
those.
the
I did
battle
think it was
tactics
just the
and the
helmets for the
commands on
longest time, but
And
I'm
then you get the
actually
twist
really
deck
struggling
for, action
with them
and
just
one for
in
Gaia as
general.
well.
I'm just not
So
sure
pretty
about
awesome
them
all round.
overall.
Pretty awesome all round. Well,
But,
guys,
On a
thank you
4
ever
plus,
so
you
much
don't take
for doing
damage
that
due
for
to
me, because I
panning.
don't think I would have been able to do all of that on my own. What an
That-
amazing
okay,
offering
house
as
rule.
well.
I like
and
it.
thank you for
Thank you
being
very
with us.
much,
We
Jay.
hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we have. Before we wrap up,
Yeah,
let's
house
check
rule,
out
don't
that
take
fabulous
damage due to
cinematic.
panning.
And don't
I agree.
forget, if you want to check out any of the reveals that you've seen, head to the Warhammer Community website on warhammercommunity.com. Thanks, and we'll see you next time on the Warhammer Preview
Wow,
Show.
it was literally in and out half an hour. Right, sorry lads. I'm sure you're delightful, you're lovely, but let's just do a final check. Oh, no, sorry. Do a final check. We've got 89 pans, and that one shot of all the models facing off, 9. Not bad. Not bad. Good work. Good work. We did it. We did it. We counted them up good. We knew exactly what was going on there. So, yeah. Nicely done, ladies, gents, and others. We achieved. We achieved our stated goal. Ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. Right. I've just realised I meant to record all of this as well, and I didn't. Oh well. Oh well. Oh look, we've counted them. We've counted them. That's it. We're fine. We're fine. We're just going to do one thing. We're going to do one thing, which is look at my new favourite things out of this box, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to go to sleep. Go away, pan count. These. You want to know before I record anything tomorrow? The standout feature, the standout things that we saw from that box. These. 100% these. The Rat Ogres. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 models. Absolutely love these. There is nothing I don't like about them. They look brutal. They look menacing. They are extremely, like... Oh, there's just an attitude to them that is really, really good. The armour looks fantastic. The weapons look really grim and kind of torturous as well. Little things like the rope hanging off the armour on the head. The embedded warp stone. These are solid. These are absolutely solid. I love these. I think this is one of the best things they've revealed out of the whole thing, honestly. They look awesome. Absolutely awesome. I do feel like the Skaven half of the box is the stronger side, for me personally. Which, again, I'm surprised by. Because I really like the Thunderstrike armour off Stormcast. But the Skaven stuff is just... It's just so strong. It's so strong. Yeah, like the Claw Lord... Look at that. Like, that is great. This, like, the Norbeast is gross. It's horrifying. It's so well done. Super well done. Also, love what they've done with the glaive there. Awesome. Which Rat Ogre? I think probably this one. Helmet guy. Dude with the helmet on. That's my favourite Rat Ogre. Love that one. Big ugly sword for a hand. Warpstone embedded in the chest. It's got all like craggy skin from it. But I love the helmet. Looks fantastic. Looks so good. Now, to be fair, this guy looks awesome because of like how like feral the teeth look. He looks like super angry, which I really like. This one just looks utterly messed up, which I think is just as cool. I don't know. I think it might not be down to the head. It might be down to just... Is the armour that's the coolest? Like, does that one have the better armour? Or does that one have the better armour? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I can pick a favourite out of these three. I think I love them all equally. I think I love them all equally. I think they are all my sons, and I will love them all. Oh, Sindri, you didn't show up just as I'm about to turn everything off, did you? You did, didn't you? You did. You did it. That's what you did. No favourites, just like Big E. Yeah, that's definitely how that works. Look, if you want to make Doreen say anything, now is the time to make her say something. If you want to suddenly shower everybody in gifted memberships, now is the time to do it. Although, as I said before, we are going to be live tomorrow now at 6:40. Well, we'll be live before the 6:45 start, but we'll be live tomorrow for the like everything else reveals, and then at some point, provided I'm awake enough, there will be like a kind of roundup video for the the kind of highlights of the box, which is mostly going to be, here's all the Skaven stuff, excluding the things we've seen before, and here are the Stormcast characters. That'll probably be what that is. But, you know what? We will get to look at more rat ogres. Well, I say more rat ogres again, because they're going to be in the video. They're going to be in the video, even when we just talked about them, because they're that good. Right. I have forgotten what layout I've got on my stream deck. There we go. Oh no, it's alright. It'll still be live. It'll still be live on the channel. It'll be under the live tab on the channel. So it will be saved as a VOD once I've stopped streaming. So you'll still be able to watch it. Like, people can still come and watch this, but I'll do a wrap-up video for, like, a round-up video for the people who don't want to sit through the stream. Because I know that not everyone wants to watch these ones. So, 89 pans. Let me just double-check. So, we were on... Let's get the pan count back up. Well, that's not helpful, is it? Hang on, let me... Wait. Pan count, 89. That one shot of all the models facing off, 9. That's the tally for the evening. That's the tally. So, more pans than there were models. An impressive tally. Right. I am going to go to sleep, because I've got to be up early in the morning.
Last time I saw at many pans, I was playing 2 Fort.
Thank you very much, Clay. Right. I'm off. I will see you tomorrow for the next stream. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely Friday/Saturday, depending on when I see you next. I'm going to go to sleep now. Yeah. Bye.